Hello there, good people. It's your boy, Johnny J, and welcome to another episode of The Sick Show. And as always, I am super pumped to be here. I'm here with my main man, B, my brother from another mother. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm really good.
Good. Awesome.
And last episode, I was going to tell a story, but we ran out of time because it went quite long.
Well,
right?
I talk a lot, so yeah, that's probably that's a downside.
Yeah, so I want to tell the story now. Can I?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Let's do
it's John's image of the lions, the two young lions drinking water at the waterhole.
Oh, yeah, the one we rejected. Yeah.
We rejected it.
Sorry, John.
So you might need to go back to the previous episode. This is where we've taken my friend John, who's an amateur photographer.
Yep.
First time out to Africa, first time really photographing wildlife with a new camera, a new lens that he bought for this trip. And we critiqued his images. He went from 7,500 to 250. We took the 250 and we got it down to seven. Okay. So go back and check it out.
Yeah, and the idea is we're going to edit these up and then we're going to decide which ones we're going to get printed. We're going to take you through that whole process, how to get your images ready for print. So we're going to take you to the lab, show you, get the print lady to go through it. And we're also, going to...
And there's a surprise at the end.
Yeah, a surprise.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there should be a happy ending. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Actually, Brent,
Yeah.
you know what?
Before I do
Because
that.
there's 7 images, I'm actually going to go ahead and Brent's going to be over here and I'm going to edit these images while we're talking. So if you haven't seen me edit the wildlife images, go back a couple of 6 shows and there's a tiger and a tiger, a lion. It's my thing, man. Actually, you know what? I actually accidentally said it again. It wasn't actually a joke that time.
Oh, really?
It popped into my head, yeah. So there's a lion that I didn't edit and a wild dog, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah, so there's a couple of full episodes. So, but look, if you're watching this and you see me do something, you go, Johnny, what was that funny thing you did at whatever minute? I can go back and
Yeah, and it's a lot of detail.
It is. There's 7 images, so I went into detail with it.
So you're going to edit while I tell the story?
Edit. You tell the story.
Okay,
yeah,
so
let's do that.
These lions.
That is extremely close.
How's your knee there, man?
It's a bit nerve-wracking close, actually.
You're about 6 feet. Your knee's about 6 feet from that female lion there.
My hands are inside the car.
I forget what the kill was, but they were on a kill, right? And then they left the kill and they were walking. So we went with our guide to this waterhole and we managed to get on the other side of the waterhole to where the lions we thought were going to come down and drink some water. Now, I've had this, let's call it a goal, to photograph a predator from below eye level. And I thought, okay, maybe this is one of those goals that's going to get me killed one day. So
yeah, it's a good place to start.
So anyway, these lions come down and they're drinking from the water on the other side of the waterhole, maybe 50 meters away from me. And we down, and I asked the driver, the guide, I said, is there any chance I can get really low down? And initially I had my camera hanging out the vehicle and I was trying to photograph with the screen flipped up, these lions drinking and the reflections and everything. And I said, is there any way I can get it lower? And he said, yeah, just come to the front of the vehicle. So I climbed over the seats, jumped into the front, and he said, you can get out onto the ground. Yeah. So I opened the door and he said, very slowly, don't scare the lions, don't get them excited. They have eaten, so they're full, so they most likely won't come and eat me.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah, most likely.
But they're all wild animals,
Yeah.
and they're predators and cats and stuff. Cat
Most
will
likely.
chase anything running away, it'll chase it, right? Even if it's eaten. so I get out the vehicle onto the kind of the wet sand next to this waterhole, and I get really low with my camera, and I photograph these lions across the water from below eye level, right? And I'm looking at my flip out screen, I'm photographing them, and I'm checking that they're still there, like aware of my surroundings. and I'm just ready to jump back into the vehicle. I was pretty scared, but also pretty stoked that I could actually photograph a predator from below eye level. So that's the story behind it.
How rare is that, Brent, to be able to do that? To get...
Very rare, because you're always in a vehicle that's high up. Unless you're in a boat, I suppose.
Yeah, right. So then you're close to the water and yeah.
Yeah, and then there's water separating you, so it won't, a predator won't be able to get to you, I suppose. But you're still a little bit above the water, so you'd have to lean out of the boat and put your camera down near the water and flip the screen. But then
crocodile infested
yeah, the
water.
boat could flip, and there's crocodiles and there's hippos, and and when you're in a vehicle, you can't really get out with the predator there because they don't notice humans in a vehicle. It's like this vehicle kind of covers where the humans are, so they grow up as cubs or whatever, and they just see these vehicles moving around. But as soon as you're out of a vehicle, they notice you. Or if you even stand up in a vehicle and you stand up and you don't have a canopy, and a predator will notice you, and then it'll look at you and see you as a human or as food. So it's dangerous. So I thought this is the one that might get me, right? But I'm actually do it, and it's a special image for me because it's got that emotional connection. Johny rejected it. That's fine. Or the one that
there was
John
one.
took.
If you watched the last episode, there's one I saw that I thought would make a good pano, but it wasn't really in the vein of the series of images I'm starting to see. Okay, that I think will work.
All right. Well, that's a story about that image, and that's why I liked it.
Cool.
Well, my one, I got lower than John on that, but let's have a look. What have you done, Johny?
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump over here. So I'm just slowly getting through them. Two things I would say about this is if you have a look, if I go back and forth, you can see I've actually, particularly around the ear, you have a look here, there's some highlights that are a little bit distracting and I've taken those out. You can see there's a few things I've cleaned up here in Photoshop. There's a bit of a whisker here, capturing some light. So just to clean things up a bit, because remember, when you print things big, you're always going to see all the imperfections. Well, not imperfections, but anything that's really going to stand out, like that whisker, a couple of bits of those water there, are really going to stand out when you print your photograph bigger. So I'd often like to clean up some of these things. You can see there's still plenty of imperfections and things like that are still in the photograph, but managed to remove that. And I definitely went with black and white. And I'll tell you about the treatment in black and white with another photo up a bit further. But that's the tip for the elephant there. So the crocodile, the main thing with that was to darken down the background. So if you see the before, after, if we zoom in over here, not only did we darken in the background, but it was pretty high ISO. So if we go down here to our detail section, I've used the sort of the AI denoise that's built into Lightroom now. So there's before and after, and you can see that's looking pretty good. Big difference. Also, this mask here, this one. So you can see before, after, just a gradient filter up in the top corner to really pull you into the eye. Didn't have to do too much to the eye there. Just absolutely beautiful, stands out, lovely. Boab tree, main thing with this one is just softening the light. You can see I've added a bit of a gradient around the light there. Sorry, it's a radial gradient over that area. So you can see a bit of reverse clarity and a bit of dehaze. So if I was to turn those on and off, you can see what's doing. It's just adding a little bit of soft glow to the edge of the sun there. Often do that when you see the sun in the frame or that bright area. And I really, really like that. Looks awesome. Now onto our mean looking lion here. This guy looks crazy. So we've got two versions. We've got this light version and the black and white version, which I absolutely love. But talking about the black and white, I've actually done some treatment on it. So if we go up here to the color grading, and I turn that on and off, you see that's just the straight black and white. I've added a little bit of warmth into that. And I think African wildlife, that sepia tone or that warm tone, you can see all I've done it here is I've just done it in the mid-tones actually. You can split tone it. You know, you can do a bluer color in the shadows and a yellow color in the highlights. That's a classic sort of split tone look. But I've just gone straight for the mid-tones on these guys and just added a slight bit of warmth. And you can see that warmth there. And I think that looks amazing. I really, really like where that is. I've done the same for the elephant as well. I've done a similar treatment to this. But the main difference here is you can see we've got some of these bright highlights. They're quite distracting. And if you have a look, that's before, after. And you can see I've done some AI to get rid of some of those highlights because they are, once you go black and white and you've got those bright highlights particularly, they really start to show up. So here's the color version, similar sort of thing. You can see I've taken away some of those highlights in the color version there as well. So that was the main thing here. I took this to Photoshop. You can give this a go in Lightroom too and did the generative AI fill. I did it in Photoshop, but you can easily go ahead and try and do that in Lightroom. But I think removing those highlights particularly has just cleaned that frame up and made it a much nicer photograph. And again, just that same black and white sepia tone. So onto the line now, and you'll see I've gone for a more high key look with this guy. So you can see that's the background before, this is after, before, after. If we click on that background, I've basically just brightened it up. I've taken away some of the contrast and also just played around with the whites till I like the background. And it's really nice. It's given us nice separation now. So if you see before, after, after. Just let your eyes settle because it is quite jarring going before and after with this one. But I think that works really, really nicely. That's looking really, really cool. So I love that high key look. I think that looks really, really great. And again, with that same black and white treatment. And with our little birds here, the main thing with these ones was really just to brighten up the top bird, to give it a little bit more separation there. Didn't do too much. And you can see we've darkened down the background and we've also desaturated just to give those birds a little bit more pop there. That was the main sort of localized adjustments with that. Other than that, it's a beautiful photograph. If I had taken any of those images, I'd be bloody stoked.
Yeah.
I'd be absolutely stoked.
They're so good.
They are so good. Yeah, that's cool. All right, mate. Well, I think that's it for this one. You got something to tell them about Africa?
Yeah, so, I mean, we've mentioned this in a couple now, and we've got quite a few people that have already signed up. Signed up to the list too.
People who have paid.
People that are paid, people that are coming, even though we haven't actually put it out properly. Well, I mean, I put it out to my community.
So have I. Put it out to my online community as well.
And that's where the people have signed up. So we've changed a few things. Depending on when we release this video, you may or may not be taking sign-ups to actually go to Africa yet.
But you can sign up and get notified when we're ready to go. So, that link will definitely be below this video, won't it?
Yeah, and we'll send you an email as soon as we got all the details and it's locked in.
And actually, we're happy to talk to you as well, aren't we, mate? Like, if you want to have a chat about anything, talk one-on-one, we can jump on a call.
Well, we need to actually talk to you because you need to be able to fit in with everyone and gel with us. Like,
that's right. Yeah.
We're a small group of photographers. We with each other for like a week or 10 days or whatever. We need to all get along.
It's actually really, really important that we get on with each other because one bad apple, and that's why Brent asked whether he'd take me or not, and he was on the fence for a while. But thank God he said yes. So I get to come too, which is really, really good. But I've got to be on my best behaviour, Brent, don't I?
Well, Johny entertains me, man. He's like so loud, and I'm quite an introvert, so it's actually quite good.
So if you can fit anywhere in the middle of those two things, you'll be fine. Good.
Yeah, so there's a link below this video. Click on there, sign up, and we'll send you an email and jump on a call as soon as we got all the details.
Awesome.
For Africa next year, July 2027.
Sounds awesome, mate. Yeah. So next call, I was going to say, next video, I'm going to export these and get a couple of these ready for print. And then Brent's going to take them to the lab and talk to the print lady there. And then we've got a little surprise at the end of it, haven't we, mate?
So we're planning this, but it might change.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's what we're going to do.
It's real life.
The end result is these images that we're working on, we're going to show you how to get the files ready for print next episode. Yeah. Definitely. And then hopefully we'll get them printed. And then we've got a little surprise for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're trying to go from shooting all the way to having it on your wall, because that's really a photographer, that's where you need to be thinking about. Like images online, you lose a hard drive, something happens, fire, whatever, and you lost everything. You need to actually print them, the best ones, and get them on the wall.
The emotion of seeing it every day, when you walk past it or anytime you're at the house, like it's so cool, man. And so if you go back through the last lot of videos, we've done wildlife camera settings, so the best way to capture these. Yeah. We've done full edits on 2 images now.
2 of my images.
Yep, we've stripped down a whole photo shoot into ones that we've edited now today.
Yes.
And then we're going to show you how to print them. We're going to see you getting printed them, and then with a bit of luck, we might show you hanging on the wall.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks always. If you've got any feedback, comments, questions, pop them below, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.
Catch you later. Bye.